This is his other plan, a Jessie Reach Mystery, Book 5, written by Rylie Dark, read by Caroline. A prologue. The American people are tired of Washington behaving like concerns for everyday Americans just don't matter, the speaker thundered. Senator Simon Matheson was nearly as fiery as his predecessor from Iowa, the current vice president, Charles Chucky Ducky Duquesne. He smacked the podium and then lifted his hand to point around the chamber. It's interesting that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle find it easy to bail out failing banks, but act like a tax deferment for the middle class is going to break the country. Randy wanted to be interested in what was going on in front of him, but it wasn't easy at all. As contentious as this issue was, according to the media and all the pundits, he knew from the backroom meetings and the conferences that nobody actually cared. Matheson didn't give a damn about it. Randy's boss, or rather, his boss's boss, had given a fiery speech arguing from the exact opposite position just 10 minutes ago, and he didn't give a damn about the issue either. It was all a game played by powerful people jockeying for another rung up on the ladder. Half of the people in the room would be loudly arguing for the opposite side 4 years from now, when people realized that the promises made by the winners were empty, but somehow managed once again not to realize that all government promises were empty. Not that he could judge. He was hard at work making sure that his boss could facilitate his boss's boss ascent up the same ladder that Randy recognized started too far above the heads of the little people for any of their clamoring to matter. So he tried to at least be entertained by the spectacle. It was better than the current crop of watered-down soapy dramas the networks were currently going gaga about. For too long, hard-working Americans have suffered at the hands of special interests that time and again demonstrate their indifference, no, their disdain for the needs of the working-class backbone of this country. It's high time we stood for them rather than against them. This time, Randy did laugh, masking his reaction by pretending to study notes. Matheson had, like Randy's boss's boss, Senator Maria Alamain, voted in favor of the last bank bailout. Both senators knew the tax deferment meant nothing at all more than a symbolic gesture that might, for a short time, diminish a person's immediate cash flow obligations, but would, nonetheless, add interest to the tax bills in question, which would eventually be paid back through tax increases if people were lucky, and interest rate increases if people were unlucky. Randy suppressed a laugh at the cheers he knew were currently sounding on half the television sets in the country, and the cries of outrage that were sounding on the other half. Nobody even cared about this bill until an online news source on the left championed the bill, and then an online news...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?